So this is part 1 of me making an anatomical-ish heart bag. If you didn't see it already, I have an ambitious plan this year to make an anatomy outfit, and I'll be working on a piece or two a month. Today I'm making the main part of the heart bag with wet felting. Later, I'm going to be adding the aorta, sewing an inner lining, beading veins, and adding a leather strap to actually make it a crossbody bag. Now, normally I do needle felting, which is what I feel most confident in, but a few years ago I did figure out how to competently wet felt, so I felt like I could pull this off. I think the most important part of wet felting is laying out the wool. You really need to lay out the wool in all directions in several layers and try and get the same thickness everywhere. It's also really important to agitate the wool really slowly at first. You have to not disturb the fibers until they've started to felt together. And then as they start to felt together, you can apply more pressure and even throw it at the ground to help agitate it. But it seems like this weird magical process, like 1 minute, fibers, next minute, a bag. How? I don't know. And I'm back with making an anatomical heart bag part 2. If you didn't see it already, this is the bag design that I drew, which is going to be part of the whole anatomy outfit that I'm making this year. Now that I've got the main bag made, I'm starting to wet felt the aorta, and I think it's the pulmonary artery, although I think I may have mixed two arteries together. Oops. I just didn't want there to be too many veins and things going on, so sorry about that. I'm trying a new technique here where I use a sander to wet felt, and I'm not exactly sure what I think about it yet, but I'm definitely going to be using it more in the future. So next I'm making the lining, which I got this really cool chalk roller tool, and it's so great. It's changing my life. And I'm going to add an inner pocket just so I don't lose things. I feel like there's so many elements to this bag, and I still have to put it all together. I don't even know if it's gonna all work properly, you know? And I still have to bead all the veins after this too. I think that's gonna be a whole video in itself. I don't know how that's gonna go. But I'm afraid I won't like it. And after all this work, I think I will like it. I think it'll be good. I struggled so much to punch holes in this piece of leather. It's literally a rein from my horse. It's one of my horse's reins that I have because he broke the other one because he took off and I fell off, and then I just had this extra rein I didn't know what to do with. Welcome to part 3 of making an anatomical-ish heart bag. If you haven't seen it already, this year I'm making a whole anatomical-ish outfit. So, this strap is made out of one of my horse's old reins, which means it's insanely thick leather, and it was so hard to punch holes in. I started sewing in the strap, but then I showed it to my friend and he was like, you should add leather all around the edge because over time, that strap is going to stretch out the wool. So then I took it all apart again. And to take a break from thinking about how I was going to redo the lining, I started working on the beading of the veins. I did the bulk of this beading in 4 hours while I was on the phone with a friend. But if I had to guess, I think it took 6 to 8 hours in total for everything. I got this wash away paper that I'd never used before, so I'm really happy it worked so well. I gotta say, it takes forever to bead, but I love how shiny the veins are, and I think it's perfect with the wool. I think Chili agrees too. I decided to stuff the aorta with a bit of wool to give it dimension and structure, then sewed everything together and finally reattached the strap. I ended up putting leather on the inside, so you can't even see it, but maybe I'll take it apart and redo the lining again, because I don't know if I like it. But I'm just going to leave it like that for a little while. I need a break from stabbing my fingers with sewing needles. I've decided to call this bag For All You Hold in Your Heart. Get it? I can't quite wear my heart on my sleeve, but I can wear it on my side. Or on my leg? I don't know exactly.